and welcome to this video today on your mid-September pick a pile reading. So I'm going to move the camera down for you. So this is the pile with the Smoky Quartz crystal. So I'll get you to have a little look at that. The middle pile here has the rose quartz crystal. And this pile here has the clear quartz crystal. So this is a time now to see which pile is calling to you the most. So it could be the smoky quartz, it could be the clear quartz, or it could be the rose quartz today. This is the time to listen to your higher guidance. So I'll give you a few moments now to see which one is calling to you. Alternatively, you could go to the timestamps in the description if you've already chosen your pile today. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with the Smoky Quartz crystal. So this is a reading for the Smoky Quartz. Okay, interesting. So the Moonology message for the month for you guys is your commitment is getting tested here. So do you really want what you are heading towards? On the road that you are now, that you're on now, the journeys that you are currently on, is the end goal that you have in sight something that you really want? So we've got a few challenges here with the North is rune. So it's saying that there could be a few things that are just throwing up at you at the moment. And it's like, oh, this is a bit of a challenge. This is a bit of a challenge. And it is really saying, are you committed? Do you really want this at the end? So sometimes it's good to ask those types of questions. Are we really wanting that end goal? Do we see it in sight? Does it look good? Does it look like it fits in with my life as well? So with the full reverse, it's kind of like you could be on a transitional stage. So you could be going on another new journey at the end of this road. So it's kind of like you're transitioning onto something else. Some of you might be sort of stopping and starting something as well, or there could be delays that's happening with the new journey too. So that's really showing up with the Fool here. So it's kind of like maybe some of you are, I'm in, I'm half in, I'm out, or I don't know. And this is the time to ask yourselves those questions. So the High Priestess reversed, she is the one that's saying to you, time to go within. A lot of you are like the Magician at the moment. So here's the counterpart to the High Priestess, the Magician. So the Magician is very, very aware of his physical gifts and talents. So a lot of you are pretty experienced in a lot of your areas in your life, and you may be transitioning to areas where you need to learn new things as well. So the High Priestess is like, can you go within and sort of ask yourselves those questions and go, is this the journey I want? Is this the road I want? So there may be just a lack of, time to yourself. There may be a lot of distractions around you. So the High Priestess is like, time to go within and perhaps meditate as well, or take some time off to think about what you want to do next. So that's very interesting here. So it's beautiful to see though, the Magician is very aware of his beautiful gifts. And a lot of you who have probably chosen this pile are very aware of your beautiful gifts that you have, and that you are very talented and successful too. So some of you might be having to learn new things as well. So there could be a new journey where you know, this could be like, oh, it's a bit difficult because I have to learn new things as well. So that it could be some of you that are transitioning from, you know, positions where you were, you know, you really knew what you had to do and you were very successful. And it's like, oh, I'm going and branching out and trying something new. So it's being okay with learning new things too. So the Magician here is really saying that it's okay. You're very successful. You've already got, you know, amazing stuff that you've already know. It's okay to begin again, because we can learn and manifest other stuff that we want to bring into our lives as well. So it just like adds to the whole cake mix kind of things, like the icing on the top. It's like, oh, we dress it up, we put some cherries on, and, you know, it's blossoming in the new direction too. So you also have a lot of strength here. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are very capable of the challenges that are going to be thrown to you as well. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. So it's fantastic to see the Two of Pentacles here, because he is flexible and capable. So it's telling you that you're very, very capable, especially with the major arcana of strength too. So you guys know exactly what it is you need to do, and you've got the beautiful experience behind you as well. So it's like, I'm incredibly capable, have confidence in yourself. You can do this. You are very, very capable of anything that is being thrown to you here. So that is fantastic to see as well. There may be also a need to hold on to some money at the moment as well, and hold on to finances, and maybe not make any too bigger decisions when it comes to financial things too. It's also sort of a message here, like investing money into good areas and thinking about your future investments, but nothing too risky here. If you are going to invest, it's kind of like really think about it. The message is definitely sort of hold on to things for the moment. Maybe wait till, you know, things calm down a bit if you're having any financial issues. So that message is not for everyone, and maybe just for some people it's like, oh, okay, just hold it for a little while. Wait till, you know, everything sort of settles down a bit too. Make very sound investments if you are going to make investments though. So that's interesting there too. I'm also seeing here with the Two of Wands is also coming in with the Magician. So the Two of Wands is saying you may be beginning on these new journeys. So the Fool too. So you may be transitioning, and you may be apprehensive about new things that you have to learn. So the Fool is all about being okay with new beginnings and being unaware of what the possible challenges are ahead of him. So if some of you are a little bit nervous and a little bit scared, it's saying here that it's okay. You have got this. It's bite-sized pieces and taking it a step at a time and not rushing. So this is the month of not rushing into anything too much as well. So that's an interesting thing for the mid of the month of September. It's kind of like, don't rush into things and just take your time. So that's interesting there. Remember, with the High Priestess, she's asking you to go within there too. I'm also seeing that a lot of your biggest challenges could be pretty much done with. So that's fantastic, because I feel like a lot of you may have had a perception of, I'm in a prison, but I'm really seeing here that with this, the Eight of Swords, she has made her way out of the prison. And if she's feeling restricted, I feel like a lot of you have just come out of restrictive areas. So that's very interesting to see with the Eight of Swords. And I'm also feel like a lot of you are seeing the truth to the situation as well. So if you've been feeling like you haven't known everything, I think a lot of you have had a lot of realizations of late as well. So that's fantastic to see there. I'm also seeing the Emperor reversed. So I don't know if this person was connected with some of you. You may have had people that have been quite, I feel like, dominating in your life when I see the reverse Emperor, but I feel like a lot of these people or types of people that were in your life have exited out. So these types of people can be quite controlling of their environment and also of people around them too, but they are very, very aware of themselves and their power too. So a lot of these people are leaders bosses, and they could also be partners or fathers as well. So I feel like anyone who has been quite controlling in your life, they've definitely gone, and you're probably starting to see the sense of freedom again as well. So it's kind of like, oh, this new journey, what am I going to do with my next part of my life? I'm a bit confused. It's really saying here, take small steps. It's all right. You've got this. Take some small steps. I'm also seeing the Page of Wands. So Magician, you're very aware of your talents. Remember that, and your personal power. The Page of Wands. So he's the bringer of opportunities. So he's in the reverse position too. So it's interesting when we see the Fool and the Page of Wands in the reverse positions, because I really feel like these are things that are coming or, you know, transitioning into your life here. So you could be on a journey at the moment where your commitment is being tested here. You're asking those questions. Do I want what's at the end? There's possible new beginnings happening here. Are you ready for the next type of challenges that, you know, or not challenges, the next portion of your life where opportunities are coming? So the Page of Wands is like, he brings career opportunities, he brings creative opportunities, and it's kind of like, are you ready to receive those opportunities too? So with every new beginning, there is small challenges, and it's like, I feel like a lot of you are aware of these, but when I see this, it's kind of like it may happen and it may come into your life. And it's kind of like, it's very interesting because it's like your commitment. Do you want this road at the end of this road, or do you want a completely different journey here? So these are the questions to ask yourselves here. Which direction do you want to go in? So the fates here have come in and they're like, thrown a few obstacles in your way, but it's asking you the question, what do you want in your life? What do you want to manifest? The Magician is like, you have the power here to manifest what you want to manifest. So that's the questions you need to ask yourselves. Go within. The High Priestess wants you to go within. So that's the main messages for the mid of the month for September with the Smoky Quartz. Thank you so much for listening. So this is a reading for the Rose Quartz crystal. So the main Moonology message for the month is adjustments are required. So that's interesting there. So there may be a few things you need to review and need to look at there when I've got the adjustments are required. I'm also seeing higher power. So it's really sort of strengthening the connection to your intuition here and being able to, you know, go within and listen to any messages you need to receive here. So that's very interesting here. And it's also, you can see the key there. So it's like third eye opening, and that is the lock and the key to really get the answers you need. So it's asking you to go within and see what needs to be adjusted this month. So yeah, especially with, we can see the half moon there and the tree. It's sort of like, it's a bit dark. There's a lightness there, but it's also dark, and it's kind of like, oh, where am I going at the moment? So listening to your higher power. I've also got the Manners rune here. So this is the rune of also focusing on the self. So anything that needs to sort of be tweaked, and it's also kind of like self-improvement and what do I need to work on and to go within. So the middle of the month for the Rose Quartz is all about the self and self-care. So that's interesting there. The Eight of Cups really also really establishes that message as well. We've got the flowing water here. So the water is all about intuition too. So we're all intuitive, and we all can be incredibly intuitive. So this is the month to really do that. Meditation, yoga, taking time out. So this is really what the focus of the month is really telling you here. I'm also seeing that there may be a situation where there's people around and they don't have your best interests at heart. So there could be, it could be a work situation, it could be a personal situation, but it's really asking you here with the higher power to open up the third eye and really sort of see the situation for what it is. So what's going on at the moment? It could be that you're very distracted and life is sort of going along, and there may be some things happening that you're just not quite aware of. So we've got here with the Seven of Swords, you can see how he's running off with the swords and he's trying to take something. So there could be, you know, a situation that is just not doing you any good at the moment. So it's asking you to open up your eyes and see the situation for what it is too. I've also seen here that we're at an end point, an end of a cycle. So it's an end of a beautiful cycle too. So there may be a transition to a new journey, and it could be that there's adjustments that are just needing to be required for the new journey to begin. So that's very interesting here. And I also feel like on the old journey, there could have been someone like the Knight of Swords that's exited your life, and also the Queen of Cups too. So the Knight of Swords, he is someone who is quite blunt. He can be quite opinionated at times too. He really says things without a lot of tact. So I feel like this person's definitely exited out of your life, and it's making room for the new. With the Queen of Cups too. So it could be that this person's gone, or that you're being asked to be like the Queen of Cups here. So she's incredibly intuitive and caring, and a beautiful woman who's very calm and serene, and everything's quite balanced with her too. So there could be that your life just needs a bit of extra balance too. So with this beautiful queen here, you can see she's got sort of, you know, her one toe or 1 foot in the water, and then there's 1 foot on the ground as well. So she's very connected to a higher self, but she's also grounded. So it's balancing the two things. Are you grounded, and are you very aware of your higher self as well? So it's really asking you to go within and to really review what you need to review. So if this person sort of exited your life, someone like this person, it could be just as a completion point, and some things end, and that's okay as well. So not everyone stays in our lives and they exit, and it's kind of like, okay, all right, on to the new thing, but they may have left something beautiful that you can take from that too. So that could be in friendships, family, work situations as well. I'm also seeing with the Four of Wands. So that is reversed, and the Six of Pentacles too. So there's a delay when it comes to celebrations, but I feel like this celebration is going to happen, but it's just been delayed. So it looks like everyone's very, very happy here. Happy family, happy friends. Could be, you know, an achievement when it comes to success with work and career things as well. So I do feel like this is going to happen, but it's just been delayed for a few reasons here. So it does look like a really great celebration that could be coming along though. And I'm also with the Six of Pentacles here. I feel like you guys at the moment may be like, oh, I don't have quite enough money to do these things that I want to do. So with the celebration card here, but I really do feel like this is going to turn around, and you're going to get the perhaps the financial support you need, and any other kind of support when it comes to, you know, doing the things you want to do. It could also be in relation to holidays and journeys and things too. So even though you may not be feeling that at the moment and the lack of support, I do think this is going to turn around. I'm also seeing the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is unfortunately the bringer of challenges, tests your commitment types of things as well. So he's just in there and he's saying, you've got this though. It's all right. It's all part of the journey too. So we've had the completion point here, and I do feel like there is a new start happening. It is asking you to adjust what you need to adjust, and also seek guidance from your higher power for any solutions too. The answers are within ourselves most of the time here. But I am seeing that with the Page of Swords, it's like, even though these challenges, I feel like these are ones that are, you know, small challenges, nothing too big. It is telling you here that you've got it. You can do this. He's got his sword in his hand and he's prepared for anything to come at him there. I am really seeing at the end of the journey that you've had with the World card here, you've overcome a lot of the obstacles that have already been set in place for you. So with the Ten of Wands, he's like just had enough with the Ten of Wands here. So it's like, I can't see the end, I can't see the end. But when this is in the reverse position, it's done. That journey's done, onto the new thing. So that's beautiful to see there. I'm also seeing that you have, you are seeing your way out of a lot of things, especially when you probably couldn't be, like before, you couldn't really view the end goals, and you really couldn't, and emotions were, you know, sort of rippling at the back there, and it's kind of like, oh, I can't see, I can't see. It's interesting because this is two cards here that it's like the view has been obstructed, but it's when we see these in the reverse position here, it's kind of like, this is the end of the difficult journey. We've got the World here telling us the new thing, new journey is happening, and we can see the truth. We can see exactly where we need to go now. So with the new transitions to the new journeys, all the new realizations and the small challenges that are on the way, it's really asking you here to adjust what you need to adjust, and once again, to go within too. So really, really listen to your higher self for the answers you need, and really make sure with the Seven of Swords to be really aware, your eyes open. It's very interesting. It's like eyes open message for the month of September for the Rose Quartz people. So keep your eyes open, and with the Seven of Swords, just, yeah, make sure that you know that the people around do have your best interests at heart. Also with the celebrations and the Two of Cups, I don't know if some of you have had weddings that have been put off, but I'm really seeing that this is going to turn around. Even though these delays have happened, I feel like a lot of these types of situations are going to turn around, and celebrations are going to happen again. So especially if some of you have had lack of support in the areas of, you know, going off and having fun and having time off, I am seeing that with this, that support is going to come through for you. So it's, even though those delays are happening, it is the time just to go within. And with the Manners rune here, with the self-improvement as well, it's kind of like, listen to your higher self, listen to your higher guidance, and that will help you on the journey going forward. So that's it for the Rose Quartz people. I hope this reading was helpful for you today. Thank you so much for listening. So this is a reading for the clear quartz. So very interesting month, or halfway through the month, for the people who chose clear quartz. So a win-win outcome is forecast. Beautiful to see there. So we've got the full moon in Libra here. So I feel like the balance is coming back in when I see that. So we've got the scales with, or the Libra scales here. So it's kind of like, even though you've had like a lot of difficulties, and it's interesting because I feel like a lot of you are going through a transition period. We've had the Tower moment. So the Tower knocking off any lies that it could be, that you could have believed. And it's really, really the truth can come out of the situation when we see the Tower here. So we can see the crown. So it's kind of like, this is the crown chakra here, and you've reached that higher awareness, and it's, you know, and when that strike of lightning comes in, nothing but the truth will prevail, and things have to change as well. So a lot of you have had your Tower moment because that's come up in the reversed position here. So that's very interesting to see. So you guys are in between worlds, a lot of you here, when we see this rune. So this is in between, and when we're in between worlds, nothing much seems like it's happening. So we've had the Tower moment, the dust has settled, and it's kind of like, what am I going to do next here? So this is very interesting. So it's a very good message to see a win-win outcome, because the new road you're heading on is a very much a road you need to be on. So we've also got co-create in the reverse position here. So it wants you to connect to the higher guidance still. So you've had a lot of your realizations here. So you've reached a really good point when it comes to listening to your higher self, because when we go into survival mode, we need to access that part of ourselves that is higher guidance. So it's still really asking you to do that, to connect with the higher self more. With the owl here, so the owl is the symbol of wisdom here. And when we connect to our higher selves, we can create and manifest new things. So that's with the egg coming in here. So when we see the cheetah up here, or the leopard, it might be the cheetah. So this animal here is quite a powerful animal. So it's kind of like, this is ourselves here. So we're like, sometimes we're looking at which direction to go. So you can see this one he's looking at us, and it's kind of like, I need to be looking here at the owl, because I need to connect with myself and higher guidance. And I need to stop looking in different directions here. So that's very, very interesting to see with this card. I'm also seeing with the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this is a lot of you here. So a lot of you are becoming quite independent. So you've had your Tower moment here. So the Tower has gone like, yep, all the disruptions happened. And now it's like you're heading towards a very good new area. And I can see a lot of abundance coming into people's lives here. And it's kind of like success that has come in, and it's a success that you've really been able to make for yourself here. So that's a beautiful card to see. And the money, the Pentacles really stand out to me today there. And especially when we see the win-win outcome and the scales going back into balance too. So remember to definitely keep connect that higher connection with your higher self though during this whole transitional stage that you could be going on. I'm also seeing the Ace of Cups, new beginnings. We've had the Tower moment, now it's new beginnings. So this is a beautiful new beginning in the areas of creativity and the areas of sort of passion and romance as well. So anything that is very, very personal to you. So this is a special new beginning here. So we've got the hand and the cup and the water. So everything's flowing and everything's really, really good here. So this is a beautiful new beginning. So with this new beginning, I really feel like good things are going to happen and a lot of things change for you. We are going to need to review and keep sort of really, really review things and plan things though. So it's kind of like when we see the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of like there's work that you've done, and it may have been like that you've worked a lot to achieve this new beginning. And it's kind of like I need to review things, a few details, and also appreciate the work you've done to achieve this new beginning. You've had a lot of challenges here too. So this is a person that's like, oh, I'm a bit tired. I've done all this work and I'm a bit exhausted. So sometimes it's kind of like, yes, take that time out for yourself. It's not all about work all the time, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like this person's incredibly balanced. And I feel like a lot of you are incredibly balanced. So there's just a little warning there of try not to work all the time. Keep maintaining that balance for yourself. So especially if you're going into new journeys and it's going to call on a lot of your energy, it's kind of like, yes, make sure that you do take that time to step back and to relax when you need to relax too. I'm also seeing too, because there's a lot of major arcana cards here actually in this spread, death. So this card is like the ultimate change coming in too. So I feel like with this new journey that you're going on, it's a journey that is meant to happen too when the death card comes in. So when you can see this skeletal figure and you can see all those people underneath there, this is the type of change in your lives, perhaps that has affected a lot of people. So it may have affected your families, it's affected your friends, and with the Tower coming in like that, this is the type of change that has disrupted a lot of things. But we've got a beautiful new journey, and I think this, when we see this card, it's the journey that's meant to happen, especially when we see the Ace of Cups as well. So it's kind of like new journey, good things are coming out of this, good things. So even though you've had difficult challenges, I'm really seeing good things. So at the moment, it kind of feels like for you guys, nothing's happening. I'm in the midst of the change, but good things are really coming along here. I'm also seeing too the need to look ahead with this new journey too. And even though you're in this transitional time, with the Hanged Man in the reverse position, it's really asking you here to plan, but also accept that you are in that transition stage and that all the action you want to take, it's actually not really needed yet because you're in the transitional stage. It's time to step back and really view the future that you want to manifest and see the long-term plans and not rushing ahead and just going in blindly. It's asking you to stop and connect with your higher selves. So here again, once again, we've got the owl down here. With this one, we've got the Hanged Man, the light behind his head, and that really stands out because we become a lot more sure of ourselves and a lot more connected and sure of the end goals. And when we balance that with physically and emotionally, and the crown chakra is nice and open, because it's a real call here when the Hanged Man reversed is coming in to really connect to the higher self, then we can really feel confident about the plans that we are putting in place for the new journey. So Three of Wands, it's like, yep, time to take that long-term view. And it's also, I feel like, with the group here too, with the Three of Wands. So it's not just you going on this new journey. I could feel like it's family that could be around, and it could be other people in your workplaces that will be taking on this new journey too. So there is the call to plan. We've also got here this Nine of Cups. So when we see the Nine of Cups in the reverse position, and I feel like this has happened a while ago here. So with the end of the Tower moment for you guys, we had, I feel like there was something that could have happened that you really wished it would happen, but it didn't quite happen for you. When death comes in as well, and the wish didn't quite come true, there's some things that aren't meant to happen in our lives, and they are taken away because they're not meant to be there. So whatever's happened that you really wished for, it was not meant to be, but you are meant to go on this next journey that is coming towards you. And I really feel like it sometimes, the fates come in and they push us into the direction that we actually do need to go in. And sometimes we don't even know what we want. It's kind of like when the road opens up with the new things that happen and you have your Tower moment, it's like, oh, this is so destructive. It forces us into the direction we're meant to be in, especially with death coming in there. So I also feel like too, when the win-win outcome comes about, and I feel like it's on its way, you guys are going to have some celebrations too. So it's kind of like, I really see the group a lot with this spread. It's people coming around, family, friends. Something happens that you're going to have a lot to celebrate about. So that is beautiful to see there. So that's fantastic spread for whoever chose the clear quartz today. Great new changes coming in. Really remember, while you're going through the transition period, to really connect to your higher self. And really with the Hanged Man in the reverse position, it's really asking you to take a step back and take that perspective there. So that's it for the clear quartz reading today. Thank you so much.